President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump board Air Force One at Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Hickam, Hawaii, on November 4 to travel to Yokota Air Base in Fusa, Japan. Ab photo KAWAGOE, Japanu, S. President Donald Trump ramped up his tough rhetoric against North Korea when he arrived in Japan on Sunday, saying that the United States and its allies are prepared to defend freedom and that no dictator should underestimate U.S. resolve. Trump kicked off a 12-day Asian trip and is looking to present a united front with Japan against North Korea through meetings with Prime Minister Shinzo Abe amid heightened tensions over Pyongyang's nuclear and missile tests. He told reporters on Air Force One en route to Asia that North Korea would figure prominently in discussions during the trip. He also singled out trade, which he said had been badly handled in the region for years. Trump has rattled some allies with his vow to totally destroy North Korea if it threatens the United States and his dismissal of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un as a rocket man on a suicide mission. No dictator, no regime, no nation should ever underestimate American resolve, Trump told hundreds of cheering U.S. and Japanese troops in camouflage uniforms gathered at Yokota Air Base, just west of Tokyo, soon after he arrived. Every once in a while, in the past, they underestimated us. It was not pleasant for them, was it, said Trump, who wore a leather bomber jacket as he addressed the troops. North Korea's recent actions, including several missiles that overflew Japan and Pyongyang's sixth and largest nuclear test, have raised the stakes in the most critical international challenge of Trump's presidency. Recent drills over South Korea by two U.S. strategic bombers have further raised tensions. We will never yield, never waver and never falter in defense of our freedom, Trump said. He told reporters earlier on Air Force One that a decision would be made soon on whether to add reclusive North Korea to a list of state sponsors of terrorism. His administration also planned to take a different approach to dealing with the issue after years of what he termed total weakness, although he did not give any details. We want to get it solved. It's a big problem for our country and the world, and we want to get it solved, he said. Gulf diplomacy Prime Minister Shinzo Abe told reporters before Trump's arrival that he welcomed the visit as a chance to deepen bilateral ties by building upon the friendship and trust between the two leaders, fostered by several meetings that included a round of golf in Florida earlier this year. I hope we will be able to have thorough discussions about international issues, including North Korea, he said. Trump and Abe were to play golf on Sunday afternoon at a course to be used during the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics, followed by dinner. More discussions were set for Monday. Trump also said he planned to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin during his trip, the longest Asian tour by any U.S. leader since George H.W. Bush in 1992. I think it's expected that we will meet, he said. We want Putin's help on North Korea. Trump wants a united front with the leaders of Japan and South Korea against North Korea before he visits Beijing to make the case to Chinese President Xi Jinping that he should do more to rein in Pyongyang. Trade will factor heavily during Trump's trip as he tries to persuade Asian allies to agree to policies more favorable to the United States, a point Trump emphasized. A centerpiece of the trip will be a visit to the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Da Nang, Vietnam, where he will deliver a speech in support of a free and open Indo-Pacific region, which is seen as offering a bulwark in response to expansionist Chinese policies. One of the things we're going to be very focused on is trade, because trade has not been done well for 25 years by the United States with this part of the world, with any part of the world, he said on Air Force One. We're going to be discussing reciprocal trade. Fair, free but reciprocal, he said.